Okay, guys. Oh, you are fucking kidding me, right? Oh my god. Why did... Oh, why I have to be on... There we go. There we go. Right. Bear with me, I'm just sorting my wires out. That there. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Right, welcome back, guys. Sorry for the delay. There we go. Actually point the mic at me a little bit better. I felt like switching things up today because I don't know, I'm just not in a Life is Strange mood this week, so rather than force myself to play the game and make myself miserable, I thought I'd do something really fun. And I feel like some of my best streams over the last couple of years or thereabouts that I've been streaming have been streams where I've shown off my personality, and I figure what is the best way to showcase my personality and also bring you guys into a very pivotal turning point in my life than playing on stream for the first time ever the game that got me not only into WWE but also wrestling as a whole, that being the very, very polarizing WWE game that is WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. So bear with me, I'm just promoting the stream on Twitter because I don't think I remembered to do it. There we go. I'm also gonna turn on my YouTube chat before I forget. There we go. So this is basically just gonna be like any other showcase I've done in the past. It's gonna be a bit more arcadey. There's not gonna be too much of a story to it. Also, there will not be audio from the game on this stream. Well, actually, no, there will be. There will be commentary and there will be speaking from the superstars, but the one thing there will not be in this game, because there is so much copyrighted music in this game, so the music will have to be turned off for this stream, because all of the music in this game is either copyrighted by WWE or by any of the artists that are featured on this game's rather incredible soundtrack. So, but I am gonna get to go on a very wild trip down memory lane. I still remember where I was when I first got this game. So there is it's closed now, but there used to be a kind of like a department store, I think it was. You used to be able to get a little bit of everything in it, but there was a store in the UK in the late noughties called Comet. And here I am I don't think I got this game right when it came out. I think I got it in 2008, because weirdly, even though this game says SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, this game actually came out in 2007, but it came out at the late end of 2007, which is why instead of calling it 2007, they just called it 2008, because screw it, right? So here I am in Comet. I'm looking for just any interesting new PS2 game to play, and I just see this wrestling game and I think, ooh, this looks cool, interesting, different. So my wrestling fandom origin story is a bit different because whereas most people get into WWE or wrestling as a whole by watching it, I I very much got into it through video games, which is so it's a really full circle moment to not only be playing a wrestling game, but also playing a wrestling video game that also got me into the art form that is professional wrestling. So I personally so this is the last thing I'll say before I jump into gameplay because I know I'm already a little bit behind schedule, but I don't really get why this game is so polarizing. I don't really get why people hate this game. I think it's a perfectly acceptable wrestling game. I think there's been worse WWE games that have come out after this. Cough cough WWE 2K20 cough cough. But I really, really enjoyed this game, obviously, because this game got me into wrestling, so this game must have been at least playable and good enough to get a, at the time, 9-year-old girl into wrestling. So, yeah. So, there we go. Um, I don't I don't know how much of this game I'm going to showcase today because the main thing I want to play in this game is my favorite game mode, which I'm still hoping for this game mode to return at some point in the future. And I feel like the closest I've got to it was Road to WrestleMania, especially the Road to WrestleMania in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, where it's kind of like a mini hub world and you can walk around backstage and interact with superstars, go into different rooms, etc., etc. So, uh, um, so I'm gonna be showcasing 24/7 mode today. I might also switch things up. If I get bored of 24/7 mode, I might play a few exhibition matches just to show you guys some of the different match types and showcase some of my favorite wrestlers in this game. Because even though the roster in this game it's very small, especially compared to WWE game rosters nowadays, when there's like over 200 wrestlers, it is a very, very stacked roster. We're talking John Cena, Undertaker, Edge, Batista, King Booker or Booker T, Big Show, I think, um, Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, this was also the first game to introduce ECW as well. After the game Not after the game, after ECW got revived as well. So there's a few ECW legends in this game. But as much as I'd love to yammer on and on about this game, I think you guys want to see some gameplay. So very quickly before that, I'm just gonna make sure that, yeah, I'm gonna change the difficulty to be easy breezy because I don't want to struggle. I feel like sometimes in a wrestling game, normal can be too hard. So, I'll just check that's saved. Yeah, okay. Pardon me. Oh. And if anyone is wondering how I am playing this almost 2 decades old wrestling game, I am using a PS2 emulator. It is a PS2 emulator I highly recommend called PC XS2, I think it's called. But it is a really good PS2 emulator, and I think it's probably the best of the best for playing those old childhood PS2 games that you really want to relive from your childhood. So 24/7 mode, let's do it. I'm gonna start a new one. I think I do have one in progress, though I can't remember who I'm playing as and how far I got into it. So, because I think the last time I played this game was a year or two ago. Because with this game being the first WWE game I ever played, I obviously go back to it quite a bit and relive that nostalgia. Yes, that's fine. So we have two choices. I can either play as a WWE superstar or I can play as a WWE general manager. And basically, a superstar is a wrestler and the general manager is the authority figure who runs the show. So what the game is basically asking me is, do I want to play as a wrestler or do I want to play as the general manager and kind of run the show and book all the matches, manage all the superstars, etc. So I will be playing as a WWE superstar because I do think that is the best way to play this mode. Oh well. I forgot it was gonna ask me the difficulty, so I'll go easy. And now let's meet the roster of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. So we have, you might know him nowadays as Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy, among many other movie roles. But before he was a movie star, he was a WWE superstar. And Batista, who you might know now under his real name of Dave Batista, is in the game. We've got Carlito, a Puerto Rican high flyer who was a really good wrestler and who WWE have, in my opinion, paid absolute dust multiple times now. Chavo Guerrero, the nephew of the late great high flying pioneer, that being Eddie Guerrero. We have Chris Masters, the inventor of the Master Lock, and he's basically kind of like your typical Adonis wrestler, big muscles, likes to show them off, thinks he's all macho. So then we have one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, that being the rated R superstar Edge, who anyone who is into wrestling nowadays you might know as Adam Copeland in AEW. Hi Ibrahim, welcome in. Then we've got another one of my favourite high flyers, that being the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy, who is also the brother of Matt Hardy. Then we have the never seen 17, the last real champion, the greatest of all time, that being the absolute WWE first ballot future Hall of Famer, John Cena. Yes, we do, Ibrahim. Randy Orton is in this game. I don't know if you can see his name, it's just above the select help menu prompt. We got Johnny Nitro, who is a very, very talented. Randy Orton means something bad in my language. What? What does it mean? Or is it too bad for you to put in the comments? We have Kane, and Kane might have the most interesting career change story ever, because nowadays he is actually not a WWE wrestler. He is actually the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. And obviously he's not the mayor under his ring name. He is the mayor under his real name, that being Glenn Jacobs. But Kane is such a good wrestler, and I do miss seeing him in the ring, though I am happy that he has found success in other areas. We've got King Booker, who is one of my favorite wrestlers in terms of charisma, showmanship, characterization, and he's not a wrestler anymore. He's actually the I don't know if he's even the lead commentator on NXT, but I feel like he should be. But he commentates for WWE NXT nowadays, and he is always hilarious. We've got Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy's brother. We have Mr. Kennedy. That's my best impression of Mr. Kennedy, because yes, he does do that in his entrance. He literally pulls a microphone down, speaks into it, and basically introduces himself to the audience, which I always kind of thought was like the coolest thing ever. There's Randy Orton, Ibrahim. Very, very young in this game. Nowadays, he is still in WWE, but he is very much the the tried and tested veteran. Whereas in this game, I think he'd only been in WWE in this game for 5 years, compared to the 24 years that he's been there now, which is wild. Rey Mysterio, my Lucha King, one of my favorites of all time. A person who I think if I ever met in real life, I'd just break down and cry and hug him and tell him how much his career and and just his wrestling contributions have inspired me and meant so much to me. I think Rey Mysterio was probably one of the first wrestlers I related to, just in the sense that he's not your stereotypical wrestler. He is very Yeah, I think I am Ibrahim. I'm probably taller than Rey Mysterio. So, well, Randy means a pro of Institute, if you know, you know. And Autumn means woman, so the Randy Orton sounds like someone is saying that. Oh, wow. Really? Whoa. Okay. And thank you for censoring it as best you could. But Rey Mysterio he was the first wrestler that I kind of related to, in the sense that he isn't the biggest wrestler. He definitely isn't the most powerful wrestler. The two things that make Rey Mysterio so great are how fast he is and how high he can fly. And also, he is the ultimate underdog, the kind of wrestler that you'd root for, expect to lose, and then he somehow pulls the win out of the bag. But oh, I'm just the biggest Rey Mysterio mark. I can sing praises about Rey Mysterio all day. Yeah, his son Dominic actually wrestles for WWE now. So Dominic Mysterio. And unlike Rey Mysterio, Dominic is a little bit of an a-hole. He is a bad guy. He's dating what many people would consider the hottest girl on the roster in Liv Morgan. And I think his daughter, Aaliyah, is also planning on becoming a wrestler at some point, but Dominic is doing really well for himself in WWE at the minute. So I think if Dominic didn't hate him in storyline, because Dominic and Ray actually hate each other on screen, I think Ray would be very, very proud of him. We've got Ric Flair. Before John Cena came along, Ric Flair was very much considered the greatest of all time. 16-time world champion. He is the father of current WWE women's wrestler Charlotte Flair, and he is also considered by many to be the dirtiest wrestler in the game. He was not afraid when he was still a wrestler to do whatever it took to get the win, whether that was poke his opponent in the eye, go below the belt with a low blow. So we've got Shawn Michaels, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I was fortunate enough that I kind of got into WWE television at the perfect time, because it was when Shawn Michaels and Undertaker were having their storied rivalry. So that was very, very fun to watch. Triple H, if you would have told me playing this game in 2008 that Triple H would now be running WWE, I don't think I would have believed you, but yeah, Triple H is the current head booker, the current big dog, the current head honcho in charge, the boss, whatever you want to call him. He runs the show now, and he definitely does not look like that picture anymore. Although I think he's growing his hair back in, so maybe he might actually start looking like that picture again soon, but we shall see. And then we have The Undertaker, the guy with the longest undefeated streak in WrestleMania history. He went undefeated for 21 consecutive matches at WrestleMania before finally being defeated at WrestleMania 30 by the one, the only, the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. So, very, 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 very good wrestler, and a legend in every sense of the word. And finally, we've got my fellow British compatriot, William Regal. And yeah, he's probably the closest thing to Billy Butcher from The Boys as a wrestler. He is very down and dirty, very, very technical, very nitty and gritty. So, but that is the roster, and now I'm gonna pick which character or which wrestler I'm gonna play as. And you know what? Seeing as I've sung his praises so much, I think I am gonna play as Rey Mysterio. And so I can now choose to have Rey keep his current attributes, or whether to start him off with no attributes, so basically as a rookie. I'm gonna go original. So I'm basically just gonna import him into 24/7 mode as he is. Terry Funk, the late great Terry Funk. Terry Funk passed away a few days before AEW's first ever show in London. Oh, perfect. The audio's perfect. Yeah. Oh my god, it's Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
WrestleMania. I can see it in your eyes. You think you've got that ruthless aggression. So now you're gonna have to prove it to me. And I'm giving you the opportunity of a lifetime, because this is where stars become superstars. And superstars become legends. And that's what I expect from you, to become a legend of this business. That's your responsibility, not mine. All I can do is give you the chance. It's up to you to make the impact. I want you to make it back here to the showcase of the Immortals.
Sorry about the lag there, guys. I don't know what happened.
You're gonna have to beat the best. The best from Raw and the best from SmackDown. And this year, I'm bringing back the Tribe of Extreme. The new breed will be unleashed. Because I'm bringing back
ECW.
ECW.
Yeah, I wonder why the game's lagging slightly. I hope that doesn't happen during my matches. It's doing it again. Okay. I'll keep an eye on that, and then I might have to adjust my game settings slightly, because maybe the resolution's a little bit off, or there's something going on with the graphics. Yeah, it's lagging on the stream as well. I can see it in the stream preview. Okay. Yeah, so I will just check this. So, let's see. Graphics API, Vulkan, aspect ratio, auto, deinterlacing, screenshot size, display resolution, crop, enable widescreen. Yeah, I am using little mods to make the game look better. Screen offsets, anti-blur, internal resolution. What resolution does this want to be at?
1080p, not 4K.
Ah, okay, that's why then. That's why it's lagging.
Well, you'd think a 4090 could handle it, right?
Well, I'm playing on the TV though. This in a 4K TV.
Yeah, but it's a 4K capable GPU. It should have no issue mushing the image down. Just don't get it.
There we go.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's a lot buttery smooth now. Yay! I fixed it. The game might look a little bit hazier now, but it won't lag anymore. So, ooh, we got some messages, some voice messages as well, starting with SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long.
Hey, player. It's your general manager, Theodore Long. I think you've got what it takes to become the #1 contender for the championship. But there's a whole lot of superstars between you and the top spot. I want you to start climbing that ladder. But keep in mind, you're going to need some friends along the way. And I've got one in mind. Holla.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Teddy Long was my favorite general manager back when I first got into WWE. Yeah, it was him or Jonathan Kirchman on Raw, but I always gravitated more towards Teddy Long. I've always been a bit of a SmackDown girl as well. Don't get me wrong, I do really love to watch Raw now as well, but SmackDown was the first WWE brand I really grew to like, because that is a thing. Even though you're a WWE fan, you might not like all the shows. So, and I very much grew to like SmackDown more than Raw. And that might have flipped in recent years, because I do think Raw has gotten better than SmackDown. So, is it circle to delete it? Yeah, there we go. And we have a voice message from Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
So you want to be a championship contender, huh? Well, it's a relatively simple process. Go after the current contenders and beat them to earn a spot for yourself. The respect of your fellow superstars should also be one of your top priorities. Whether you earn it from them or you beat it out of them, it's up to you.
Okay, and some respect. And we also have a magazine article to read, which will detail our first storyline in this 24/7 mode. So, a crowded class of contenders. Let's read it. The title hunt is really heating up on SmackDown, with several viable contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship, all wanting their shot at the gold. MVP, Mr. Kennedy, Gregory Helms, and Matt Hardy have all established themselves worthy of title match consideration. Another superstar, Rey Mysterio, is looking to break into their ranks, with Judgment Day several weeks away. We expect some heated competition in the race to be considered #1 contender. The SmackDown title picture is crowded right now, says WWE Chairman Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I want to see superstars ripping each other's heads off, trying to earn the top spot. I have more ability and experience than any of these clowns, says MVP. Teddy Long should just hurry up and name me #1 contender so I can start preparing for my title match at Judgment Day. Well, MVP is certainly feeling confident. I'll also just show you guys, so we have a laptop here, which is basically like our option screen. We can check out Rey Mysterio's health status and also look at any previous injuries we've had, because your superstar can get injured in this mode, which is a really cool detail. We've got general superstar info, so I will go through this a little bit, just in case there's anyone watching that's not familiar with WWE. So, Rey Mysterio is quite popular. His overall is 93. He is a cruiserweight, so that means he doesn't really weigh that much. He doesn't have a specialty match type. His injury frequency is in the middle because we've just started the career. He isn't a champion, and he hails from San Diego, California, which is where the name of his finishing move, the 619, comes from, because 619 is the area code for San Diego. We also have a status. He has 14 weeks left on his contract, $16,000 per week. Fatigue level none, injury none. He is happy, and he commented, "The show is great. I'm excited to be working with you." And the record will be updated each week as we take part in matches, but yeah, okay. So, and then we have skill training, because we can train and get better at certain skills. Then we have the Power 25, which is basically the rankings. So this basically details how well superstars are doing, and we'll get a different Power 25 ranking for each week. Progress report. So this game is kind of like Yakuza a little bit, where in the 24/7 mode. So the aim of this mode is to basically get that legend progress meter in the top right corner to 100%, because we basically want to get put in the WWE Hall of Fame, and the only way to do that is to do enough objectives to get to 100%. So, and these are some of the objectives that you need to do. So, become the most popular superstar, get a 5-star match rating, 5-star pay-per-view match, which a pay-per-view is basically like a big major special show. So, like WrestleMania or Judgment Day, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam. Reach the top of the Power 25, beat the #1 superstar on the Power 25, top 5 on the Power 25, defend the championship, win a match at pay-per-views, get a 15-match win streak, sign a $1 million contract, sign a $500,000 contract, win a championship, defeat any legend, appear in a Royal Rumble, win a Royal Rumble, WrestleMania appearances, win at WrestleMania, pay-per-view Grand Slams, so basically win or defend a title at each of the big 4 pay-per-views, that being SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania. And there we go. We also have WWE shops, so here we can basically use any cash that we have to unlock extra items that can be used anywhere in the game. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a locked superstar. We have Steve Austin, so Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley. So some of these, the legend superstars themselves can only be unlocked after meeting certain conditions. So with The Rock, for example, you have to defeat The Rock as Steve Austin on legend difficulty. Steve Austin, you have to beat Bret Hart on legend difficulty. Mick Foley, you have to beat him in a Hell in a Cell match using Undertaker. Rick Rude. I already got Rick Rude. Okay. Roddy Piper is available, but I don't have enough money to get him yet. We've got Terry Funk. Again, another person locked behind a match condition. Sabu, the late great Sabu. Bret Hart, who again is locked behind a match. We've got Vince McMahon as a wrestler. You can wrestle as him in this game. And his son Shane McMahon, who I did manage to unlock. We've got JBL, who I think at this point JBL was kind of transitioning more into commentating, though he was still a wrestler as well, so he was kind of doing double duty. We've got Triple H's Degeneration X costume and Shawn Michaels' Degeneration X costume. We also have a bald version of Vince McMahon, and this version comes from a match that Vince McMahon had, because Vince McMahon actually got into a rivalry with none other than the current president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, who at the time wasn't the president. He was just a billionaire. But Vince and Trump did not like each other on WWE programming, and it got to the point where Vince basically picked a wrestler, Trump picked a wrestler, and then those two wrestlers fought each other at WrestleMania, and if Vince's wrestler lost, then Vince had to shave himself bald, so you can see what happens. We've got championships. There we go. Extra moves, Triple H DX entrance, and we've got some starter kits. In order to get those, I need to create my own wrestler. And there we go. Okay, so I think I'm finally about ready to actually play some matches. So to do that, I click on the calendar and we will be, so I do have a choice. I can either skip right to the show, or I can do something on each of these individual days. So I can train, I can improve skills, I can attend events and activities, so like autograph signings or photo shoots or press conferences, that kind of thing. I can also choose to invade Monday Night Raw if I want to, which is a pretty funny addition. I think I am, considering this is just the start of the career. Or actually, no. I am gonna, ooh. Oh, yeah, I think I am gonna focus only on I'm gonna focus on just the main show for this week. After we've done a match, I'm gonna go day by day and show you some of the other features, but I really do want to do my first match, so yeah, let's do it. So we have skipped to SmackDown. Oh, and look at that. It just so happens to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Ha ha ha. How coincidental. Oh wait, I have unread messages. No, I want to read them. So we have Mark Henry. You and I want the same thing, Rey Mysterio, so in the World Heavyweight Championship, but that doesn't mean we can't work together. There are a lot of other dudes climbing the ladder. If we work as partners, we can knock them all down, leaving us at the top to duke it out. How's that sound? Later, Mark. Teddy Long, I know you prefer to let your actions speak louder than words, player, but there's time for talk. I organised an interview for you with Maria, so you can formally announce your entry in the title picture. Don't underestimate Maria because she's a pretty face. She may ask some tough questions. Best be ready, you feel me? Holla holla, Tila. And we have a voice message from MVP.
All right, let's get one thing straight, Playboy. I'm the face of SmackDown, and you better respect that. I'm gonna be named the #1 contender at Judgment Day, and God help you or anybody else who gets in my way.
Okay, MVP, take a chill pill. I'm gonna stay out of your way, buddy. I won't hesitate to beat you in a match if it comes to it. Okay, let's do it. Also, we didn't miss the interview with Maria because even though... So when you simulate the show, if there is any important cutscenes during the week, then the game will stop on those days and you will get to see those cutscenes. So you won't miss out on those. Okay, let's see. So our first match in 24/7 mode is Rey Mysterio with manager Mark Henry, who we got that text message from, against Gregory Helms. And we also have other matches which we can either play or watch or just simulate. So if we play our match first, I think that automatically simulates the rest of the show, maybe. So Undertaker, JBL, we've got Michelle McCool versus the late Ashley Massaro, who was a very, very talented person who was taken from this world way too soon. Mr. Kennedy and Finlay, and quite the main event, Batista and King Booker. But I am gonna play my match, so now I can choose to jump right into the match, view the match rules, or skip the match, and on certain matches you can interfere, so basically cause chaos in the match by beating up the wrestlers in the match, which is quite funny and a cool thing to do. So the match rules, so it's just a typical one-on-one match, so the entrances are on, we can't knock out our opponent, we can make them submit, rope breakers on, We can't use weapons because otherwise we'll get disqualified. We can exit the ring and interference is off, and it's not a special match, so none of the special match mechanics apply. Okay, let's do it. Obviously, I'm gonna play as Rey Mysterio, so let's go. Hopefully I remember how to play this game, but I should... This game, at this point, has become like muscle memory to me.
Judgment Day is only 6 weeks away. This is Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and we've got an interesting match in the making tonight.
That's right, and it's all about the most important thing in this business, respect.
And the respect of the fans in the locker room is something that any would-be #1 contender needs.
You got that right. And if you can't get them
Shove
to give it to
MVP
you,
out
you've
the
got
way.
to be able
That
to
told
take
you,
it.
MVP. Get out my damn path. There we go. Bobby Lashley used to be in WWE and now he's in AEW and absolutely crushing it as a member of the Hurt Syndicate.
And here we go with some more SmackDown action.
This is a match a lot of folks have had their eye on all week. Let's see how this goes.
So there's Rey Mysterio, and he is wearing a very, very cool knight helmet. So I don't really have a preference with the entrances, so if you guys are just like, G-Dog, skip to the match already, do let me know. Because I can just skip the entrance with the push of a button. So I do like to watch the entrances, especially if it has been a while since I've seen them. But Rey Mysterio's entrance is one of those that never gets old to me. I could watch him come out and press his mask to the fans over and over. And if you're wondering what the EG means on Rey Mysterio's armband, is a tribute to his best friend, Eddie Guerrero,
And here's a superstar who's
who
impressed many of us with his
died
in-ring
in
performances
late
lately, although tonight,
2005,
he's just managing his new partner.
Come on. He couldn't manage his way out of a
which
paper
to us
bag.
now,
This is a clear
2005
example of our general manager trying to stack the deck.
21 years ago. But when this game came out in 2007, Eddie Guerrero's death was still really fresh and raw because it was tragic and very out of nowhere. I know you can't hear it, but Mark Henry's theme song was an absolute bop. It was called Somebody's Gonna Get It, and it was by a band called 3-6 Mafia, and composed by WWE's chief music producer at the time, Jim Johnston. And oh, it was so
He's
good.
established himself recently as a candidate to become the #1 contender for the championship.
Yeah, and if he loses here tonight, he might not be one for much longer.
So there's Gregory Helms. I am going to skip Gregory's entrance just because it's not the most exciting. So, yeah. Hey, there's Randy Orton from St. Louis, Missouri. Height, 245 pounds. I do really like the loading screens in this game because it does... There's a did you know fact about the superstar and like main stats and their accomplishments,
Coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
which for me was really helpful because obviously when I played this game for the first time I did not know who any of these wrestlers were.
These fans are definitely getting their money's worth.
Oh, I'm getting I'm getting all up in Gregory Helms' grill. And Gregory Helms now is actually a producer for WWE. He works behind the scenes. Aha! Okay.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You
I didn't mean
if you
to
let me
do a
train
submission,
you
but
could be
whatever.
cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh no, I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marines drill instructors
So
look like
is Triangle
pushovers.
still
Are you
one?
surprised? They're just training people to go to war.
L1's run. Oh, that's so much better.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner.
Because I was actually
I'll
playing the
stick to
previous
announcing for
year's WWE game, so SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 earlier, and the run button was triangle. The blasphemy. L1 seems like such a better button.
Having to deal with emotional as well as physical
Oh god,
pain
come on.
is that much worse.
Hey, that's pretty
Ah,
insightful
no.
for a
Oh,
guy who's
okay.
never wrestled a
I
match in
thought
his life.
Gregory was going to
Well, I've been in the
reverse,
locker room
but
after a
no.
match and seen the
Ooh, here we
superstars
go.
His opponent might
Ray's
not have enough left
signature,
to kick
kinda.
out.
Ooh, I very nearly won the match there.
Almost 3.
I was, oh gosh. Gregory Helms almost got embarrassed. Ow, ow, ow.
I certainly don't.
I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure that breaks his heart.
Oh yeah, I need to stop doing dirty moves because my character is meant to be a good guy. So if I do dirty moves, instead of adding to my bar that you see there, it takes away from it, which is very interesting.
You're absolutely right. He's the longest reigning cruiserweight champion in history.
No!
When you think about it, he's kind of like the pint-sized version of me.
Ow. Okay.
There's the cover. 1, 2. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
Yeah, I want to do a high-flying move because that's what Rey Mysterio's best at. There we go.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
Okay, and then I'm gonna score my fighting style.
Rey Mysterio was so fast, so agile, and so
I
talented.
could have done my
It is proven
finisher,
that he's
but
championship
I want
material.
to soften
Sure.
Gregory up a little bit more
Couple of
first.
weeks. Of course, it wasn't in. He's going up, and what goes up?
So basically,
must come
high
down.
flyer means that any high flying
going
moves
for the
I do,
pin.
they'll have a little bit more impact.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this,
Oh,
don't try this
oh,
stuff at home.
come on.
That's
There
not
we
what you
go.
wanna be when you're
619,
fighting this
baby.
guy.
And that's why 619. I don't think anyone in this match is even considered.
He could get
Come
the
on.
pin right
1, 2. Oh. Come on, Gregory. Don't do me
here.
like that,
Here's the
man.
pin. This could be it. 1, 2.
Gregory is not giving up easily.
Look
And
out,
Rey
Mark.
Mysterio
there's the
really
pin.
wants to get that pin.
2.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when
Yeah.
you're going up there.
Ooh. Ah, get up, Rey. Get up. Get up.
These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes,
Ooh,
too.
nice.
No question.
Now, there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves,
Go
though,
on,
are
Ray
high
Ray.
risk. He's going for the pin. 1.
Okay, I'm gonna...
He
Oh,
slipped out of
God.
that one.
He's got his opponent on the ropes. There he goes.
619 again for the second time.
619.
Ugh.
This match proves without a doubt.
He's going for the
Come
pin.
on, 1,
This could be it.
2. Yay! We got the win.
I think it's a shame.
So, first 24/7 murder match, first 24/7 murder victory.
Well, what do you have to say about that?
I've got to admit, that didn't go exactly the way I thought it would.
Do you think this might open up the #1 contender field at all?
I don't think one match will make much of a difference either way.
You might be right. It takes a sustained effort to earn your spot.
It sure does. There isn't much room for a flash in the pan at the top.
I wonder I wonder how that's gonna affect our ranking in the Power 25 and so on, but let's go through the other results from the card. So Undertaker beat JBL, Ashley beat Michelle McCool, Finlay defeated Mr. Kennedy, and King Booker beat Batista. Okay. And we have a new magazine article and new messages to read. So let's see. SmackDown Cream rising to the top. As this season continues, several SmackDown superstars have been deserving of a closer look by both the fans and WWE management. Rey Mysterio may be one of the biggest surprise stories thus far. He's been doing really well for himself as of late, and his upcoming tag match could be another step towards legendary status. Meanwhile, Gregory Helms and Mr. Kennedy are showing why they're among the brand's elite performers. Keeping that status won't be easy, however, as many members of the SmackDown roster are nipping at their heels. Do you seriously think anyone has a chance against me, says Mr. Kennedy. I'm the one the SmackDown fans tune in to see every week. If any other superstar thinks they're more worthy of a title shot than I am, I got a fistful of disagreement for him. Okay, Mr. Kennedy with some very pointed words toward the competition. Oh no, what? Tests suggest you are increasing the risk of injury unless you take preventative measures. We recommend rest and relaxation for a few days, avoiding strenuous exercise if at all possible. Huh. Teddy Long, you're determined to impress like your player. Nice win you picked up in that tag match. He won a tag match though. It was a single with manager. If you want to be #1 contender, you've got to keep on this path. It'll take winning 4 matches and a bout against the #1 contender at Judgment Day. It's no easy task, so keep fighting. Stay strong, Teddy. Yeah, let's check out our health report. So our fatigue level is quite high, so yeah, I think I'm gonna rest and relax on that first day. Did we get any extra money for... I think we did. I think we got a little bit extra money for winning that match, or maybe not. Okay, so we can't do anything on the weekend because those were our days off. So I'm gonna simulate up until Raw. Wait, no. No way. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Hang on, let me... So I've already got 3% in Legend Progress because I reached the top of the Power 25. Whoa, there I am! So last week I was at number 3, and now I am planted firmly at the top of the Power 25. So, wow, that was a very easy objective to complete. And, I'm also the most popular superstar as well. So we got that one in the bag. Wow, that was easy. Okay, so I'm gonna rest and relax. So, events and activities, I think. Rest and relax. There we go. Rest and relaxation. So we lose a bit of fan popularity, but we also get a lot of fatigue out of our system, so we are no longer feeling quite physically tired. Yeah. I forgot to delete that message from Tenny Long that we already read. So I think I'm gonna skip all of the other days just because I'm not that. Because the only other things we can really do are training exercises, which I don't really. I will admit that's probably the one thing I don't like in this game is the training system. And then, yeah, there isn't really much else we can do apart from progress the story and play matches. And occasionally when we need it, rest and relax to get rid of fatigue. So let's just skip right until the next. Excuse me, Jesus. The next show. Yeah, it is always crazy, Ibrahim, when you see something and you think, oh, that just came out, and then it says, wait, 6 years ago? That did not come out 6 years ago. Yeah, it's a really weird feeling. Gonna have a quick sip of my drink. There we go. Right, let's see what our second week of the 24/7 mode has for us. Oh, wait, so we have, Teddy Long.
Listen, player, I'm scheduling you and your partner for a tag team match this week. If you look good out there, I'll give you a shot at a couple of your rival contenders. You feel me?
So now we're gonna be in a tag team match, okay. My brain stopped processing New Year's post 2020. Yeah, I think COVID kinda, and everything that happened in 2020, it did kind of rewire our brains and our bodies a little bit. Because we were so used to having a normal life, like being able to go out, and then 2020 comes, and a few months in we get the COVID epidemic, and then we have to stay inside. So yeah, definitely a real shock to the system. Mr. Kennedy.
Let me get this straight. You think you're a legitimate contender? You? I'm looking forward to proving just how little respect I have for you next week. Assuming your opponents this week don't prove what a fraud you are first.
So Mr. Kennedy is not happy with us. What about MVP?
Man, word in the locker room is that your opponents don't have a shred of respect for you. And they're not the only ones. If you want to accomplish anything around here, you better start impressing some of us.
Okay, whatever you say. Right, let's progress to the next show. Ooh, so Undertaker is orange, and that is because he is actually featured in more than one match on the show. So any wrestlers that have been double booked or sometimes even triple booked, they will have their name highlighted. So Undertaker in the first match is facing Gregory Helms, who we faced last week. So here we go, tag team. So we're teaming with our new friend Mark Henry against Batista and Finlay. Finlay, by the way, is Irish, and he is basically the Belfast. He's basically the brawler from Ireland, and he's a really, really good wrestler who currently works backstage for WWE and basically trains the next generation of wrestlers. And all of Finlay's sons are also wrestlers as well. So David Finlay currently wrestles for AEW, and then Uriah Connors in NXT, I think, is also one of Finlay's sons. And there's another wrestler who I think is still on the indies called Brogan Finlay. So that one's a bit more of an Irish name. Kane will be facing William Regal. Undertaker's second match is against Shava, and then the main event is Matt Hardy and King Booker. So I'm gonna skip right to our match, and let's go. So we will be playing as Rey Mysterio. Can I control Mark Henry as well? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be playing as both Rey Mysterio and Mark Henry. You do get a choice. You can either just play as Rey Mysterio, and then when Mark Henry comes in, that will be the CPU, so he will be controlled and you won't have to play as him also. Though I do like to play as both wrestlers in a tag team, just because it helps keep me active and involved in the match. So let's go. Carlito! I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. That's Carlito's gimmick.
This is Michael Cole here with JBL.
Oh,
and
it's
John.
Ashley
I'm really
and
looking
Michelle.
forward to that big tag team match tonight.
It's going to be a war, that's for sure. None of these guys can stand each other.
Ray, what
There
you...
certainly does seem to be a mutual lack of respect
why are you
between
in the
the two
women's
teams.
locker
And
room?
if you don't
Get
have
out.
respect, you don't have anything in this business.
Rey Mysterio just chilling in the women's locker room. And yeah, I don't blame Ashley and Melina for laughing about it. Oh my god, CM Punk! CM Punk! CM Punk from nearly 20 years ago. That is bananas. The current WWE champion. Oh my gosh.
Remember, all the superstars in this match are being evaluated by the general manager.
Yeah, and if you want a chance to become the #1 contender, the best way to do that is to pick up a big win here.
CM Punk definitely. He has hair, CM Punk, but he doesn't have that much hair anymore. Rey Mysterio, Buika 619. What you gonna do when they come for you? Even if the music's not on, I don't think Twitch will object to me too much if I sing a little bit of the theme songs. Because Rey Mysterio's theme song, performed by the band POD, yeah, Booyaka 619 is one of the most iconic theme songs, in my opinion. Whenever you hear it, you know you're about to see a legend, because that's what Rey Mysterio is. He is a WWE Hall of Famer. Rey Mysterio is actually the first ever wrestler who is still active in WWE, so
I see a lot of upsides
he
to this
hasn't
newly formed
retired,
tag
and
team,
he's
don't
in
you?
the Hall of
It
Fame.
never hurts to have
Usually,
a superstar watching your
usually
back. But these
WWE
guys aren't
put
looking to become the
wrestlers in the
tag
Hall of
team
Fame once
champions. At
they've
some
retired,
point, they've
but
got
Ray
to
was the
stand
first one
on
where they
their
did it
own.
before they did it whilst he was still a wrestler, because his career is just that damn good.
We've heard the rumors about
Hey,
how this
let's
superstar
get a
doesn't
look
take
at
his opponents
Batista's
seriously.
entrance.
It's not just him. The whole locker room's talking about it. And if you let that kind of talk continue,
speaking
you'll
of
have a serious
being
respect
sad that
deficit
I
on
can't
your
have the
hands.
music on this stream because it's copyrighted. Batista's WWE theme song, I Walk Alone by Saliva. Oh my gosh. Oh, so good. And the pyro. Will I still get the pyro? Come on, give me the pyro. Give me the pyro. Hey, there we go. It hits harder with the music because the pyro goes off as soon as the lead singer of Saliva is just like, I walk alone. Yeah, really, really funny. Really good use of pyro as well. Some wrestlers just have pyro for the heck of it, and then you've got Dave Batista that's like, no, I want my pyro to go off when the song gets to the hardest part. In case you can't tell you guys, I am having a blast reliving the game that got me into WWE and wrestling in the first place. I know it's a bit different from playing Life is Strange on a Friday, but sometimes different is good.
It seems like a victory over this
And
man would go
I
a
will
long way
remind you
toward
guys
earning
that
some
even though I
respect
do have
in
a
the locker room.
schedule,
No doubt about it. He's a tough son of a gun. If you can hang with him, you're doing all right.
If I'm not in the mood to play a game, then I won't be afraid to change it to something else. Because again, what's the point of playing something that you're not really in the mood to play? There's Finley coming out with his signature weapon, the shillelagh. That thing in his hand. He really does use that as a weapon. Pardon me. Oh my god. Okay. I think what I might do after this match, and after whatever happens after this match, is I might back out of 24/7 mode and just do some fun exhibition matches, because I won't be streaming for too much longer today because I obviously started late, and
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
So this stream will be a 2-hour stream.
I knew it was only a matter of time before
no, I don't want to be dirty.
But as long as it wins matches,
I want to be clean. I want to be good guy Rey Mysterio.
If you're not doing everything you can to win, you're in the wrong business.
Oh god. Oh yeah, you can do running grapples in the
had a lot
game.
of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
If you're not intimidated at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5,
He's going for the cover.
Come and get me, Finley. I dare ya. I'm right here.
I
I'm
hope
right
this
in
isn't
front
the
of ya.
last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Okay, so
One of the perks of being Mark Henry is
No.
that there aren't many
Oh.
people who can.
there we
He's got
go.
his opponent on the ropes.
I thought I
There he
missed my
goes.
chance to do my finisher then.
619.
619.
Man, I don't want this.
Yeah,
match to end.
baby.
There's the cover. Can
Oh.
he do it?
I forgot Dave Batista's a powerhouse, so that means he
there's the
can
reversal.
kick out at
That's
one.
not in the rule book, but it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
He slipped out of that one.
Oh no, they've reversed it. Oh no, it's giving me a
When you
bear
think of how
hug.
many years Finley has been in
No.
this business, it's
No.
amazing that he can
You
still
are
compete
not
at the level
gonna
he does.
crush
No
me
kidding.
with your
He's taking great care of
your
himself.
big-
a real fit
your
guy,
big
that
body.
Finley.
ow. No.
Rey Mysterio never
Aw,
fails to impress
how did
me.
that not
Every
count?
time he
I
enters
was
the ring,
mashing
he
R2.
finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
Speaking of the law of physics, I think Ray's gotten to a
Oh,
point where his competition is just too big and too strong for him to beat.
L2
I think
already.
Mysterio can be competitive at any level
Pressing
against any
L2
opponent.
game.
If anyone would know that, it's you.
Really not looking off. Oh. It's going into full rampage
I think
mode.
that's a tag.
I'm really gonna get that tag to Mark Henry, I think.
If you
Ah.
ask me,
He's tagging in his
Oh, yeah.
partner.
I'll never understand why Mark
There
Henry
we go.
resorts to such brutal tactics.
Now
He's
I'm
already
playing
the
as
world's
Mark
strongest
Henry,
man.
who
What has he got left to
before
prove?
coming to
listen, every
before
time
coming
Henry
to
gets in that
WWE
ring with
was
someone,
actually a
he's sending
contestant
message to the whole
in the
locker room,
well-known
and that's what
strongman
you got to do to
competition,
get
that being
ahead
the
around
world's
here.
strongest
Well,
man.
if you ask me, a victory
And I
is
believe
message
he
enough.
actually won
But
it.
Mark Henry seems to
So
enjoy dishing out
he really is the
senseless
world's strongest
brutality.
man, or at least one of them, anyway. Oh, I bet that feels like being slapped by
Finley
a
has certainly
bear
established
on your
himself
back.
in very short order as one of the toughest superstars SmackDown has ever seen.
You're not kidding. I wonder if all English people are as tough
Ow.
as him.
English? Oh, he wears a shamrock. He carries a shillelagh to the ring, and he's got a pet leprechaun. Does that sound like English to you?
Settle down. I'm just yanking your chain.
Oh, I
know
broke
the
out of
difference
it.
between
Nice.
English and
Oh no.
Scottish.
No. Finley's right back on my you-know-what.
Even if you wind up
Come on.
winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it
No.
for the next week.
Yes, but that's
Come on.
the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with
You don't know
emotional
that
as
Dave
well as
Batista
physical
is
pain
basically
is that
blocking
much
my
worse.
view.
Hey, it's
So I
pretty
can't really
insightful for a
see
guy who's
when
never wrestled a
I'm
match in
about
his
to be
life.
grappled
Well,
or
I've been in the
struck.
locker room after a match and seen the superstars
Oh,
who
nice.
don't
I
get their
reversed
hands
it.
raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating
I'm
off
gonna
them.
tag
It's
back
not
to
a
Rey
pretty
Mysterio.
sight.
Looks like they got
Now
the
look,
tag.
Batista's back in the ring.
I think these
Ow,
superstars
thanks.
are going to keep
Thanks,
it up
Dave.
until they've got
I know what you
literally
think of me
nothing.
now.
He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his
Ah.
mind.
You sure you can spare it? That isn't going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win.
No.
I just think it's unfortunate
I
whenever a
don't wanna be a
superstar
bad
decides
guy.
to cheat
There
to
we
win
go.
rather than compete fairly.
Now there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves, though, are high.
Yeah,
He
let's
can
try
pin his
pinning him.
opponent right
One,
here.
two.
Oh. Dave kicked out just before Finley got there.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think
Wow.
anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't
Oh
happen
no.
often.
Come on.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. They got the tag.
Come on, Ma.
There's the tag. Nice teamwork there.
Finley! Well, haha. It hit Ray. It didn't hit me.
These superstars are at the top of
Finley
their game,
using
but
the referee
only
as a
one of them
shield
is gonna
there.
have
How
his
low
hand
can you
raised
go?
at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Oh my
So
god.
what?
Is that an
You wanna
angle
say that
slam?
everybody wins
What is that?
so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never
I've
said
never
that.
seen Mark Henry do
I'm
that
just
move
saying that in a
before.
great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
That was a textbook reversal. He made his opponent look like
No!
a chump
Come
with
on.
that counter.
Stop tripping me up. You really wouldn't think this was easy, because even though this is easy
You talk about
difficulty,
raw power. You talk about
the
intensity.
opposing wrestlers
ever
do
seen a
get some good
superstar like
hits in
Batista?
sometimes.
He's impressive, no question. But
So
it's not
even
like
if it
he's
is
the biggest
easy,
or the
the
baddest
game's
guy to
not
set foot in a
exactly
WWE
letting you
ring.
off
Well,
that
you got to be
easy.
pretty big and pretty bad to wear championship gold, and that's what Batista's done time after time.
Hey, anybody can have a few good nights. I think Batista's
Oh, come on,
overrated,
Finley.
and I think we're
Win
going
it.
to see that here tonight.
If
Win
I
it
was a gambling
already.
man, I'd take that bet. I don't mind admitting that I'm in
Oh,
awe of
come on.
Batista, and I know I'm not the only one.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone
Well,
in this
strongest
match
slam,
is even
let's go.
What's he up to now?
It's the world's strongest slam. That is
Oh,
vicious.
there it is. The world's strongest slam from the
There's
world's
the cover.
strongest man.
1, 2.
Oh, Finley just kicked out.
There's no doubt in my mind
Yeah,
that
let's
Mark Henry is the
get him up.
world's strongest man. The
And
power
give him
of
a
this
good
guy
old slap
is
down on the back.
absolutely incredible.
It's downright scary is what it is. We've seen Mark Henry absolutely destroy his
Rope
Here's
break.
the pin.
Yeah, I
This
should have
could
put
be
the
it.
leg there. That was a bit of an oversight on my part.
When I
Ooh,
first heard
whoa,
about this
another
match, I
go.
wasn't sure
Okay.
what to think,
I'm
but
not-
these
I'm not mad at
superstars
it.
are
Oh, no,
blowing
he
me
reversed
away.
Really? As soon as I heard
Finley is
about it, I
clearly
expected
banged
a
up there.
tremendous
He seems
matchup.
to be
And I haven't
favouring
been
his
disappointed.
I
midsection.
didn't say I'm not. He's 3
Come
seconds
on.
away from
One,
victory.
two. Oh, still kicking out. Fighting
There's
Irish.
no questioning Finley's toughness or that mean streak that runs straight through him. He can be downright sadistic to his opponents.
Yeah, Belfast. Pretty tough town, isn't it?
That's an understatement. Belfast makes parts unknown look like Disneyland.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's
Oh,
tough to live
Batista's
up to
legal man,
expectation.
so I
But these
probably do want
superstars
to
aren't
be
having any
swapping
trouble
back
doing
to
that.
Rey
They
Mysterio.
sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Just to make sure that the fresh man is in the match.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce
Come on,
of
Ray
quit
Ray.
between them.
Get
You're
back in
looking,
the ring.
and there's
There we
the
go.
tag.
Yeah, he used Mark
These
as a
superstars are
distraction.
so unpredictable. I'm having a hard... We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every
Oh, I
advantage he
didn't
can.
mean to
Of
do a
course he
dirty
will.
move.
That's what you gotta do to survive
Okay,
in
let's
this
pin
business.
Dave.
He wasted no time
Batista.
going for that pin.
2.
Oh, still not good enough.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud. to be
Whoa,
part of this
whoa.
I'm with you, partner.
What
you
is
just can't
that?
experience a
That
thrill
move
like
was
this
crazy.
anywhere else.
And that's because you're not
One.
going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You
Oh
certainly
no,
aren't.
come on.
They're the greatest athletes in the world. And
Oh,
this
whoa.
is the only place you'll see them doing
Whoa,
what
Dave.
they do best.
Is it R1 and R2?
These superstars
I want to
are
stall
on
my
fire
fighting
tonight.
style and
They
get
sure are.
apart
And I don't
whilst I'm
think they're
being
going to be
beat up
put out
on.
anytime soon.
Oh no, I missed my chance now. Because Dave
The
and,
tag's been made and his partner's coming
Dave
in.
and Finley were on my back. not
Rey
giving me
Mysterio was
much
so
room to
fast,
breathe.
so agile, and so talented, and he's proven
His opponent might not have enough left to kick out.
Oh,
I don't use the word evil lightly. Well, that's what comes to mind when I see the delight Mark Henry takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil, just a word that
oh,
losers like
damn,
you
man.
use to describe people who will do whatever it takes to
Yeah,
win.
well,
I think
strongest
Henry
man
would
for the
take that as a
no,
compliment.
I meant well, strongest slam for the third
Look
time.
at these superstars.
He's going for the pin.
1, 2.
Oh my gosh. How is this easy
It's crazy to
difficulty?
think that we actually
Finley
get paid
is
to do a
not
job like
going
this.
down
There's
without a
thousands
fight.
of people
Oh
out
my
there who would
gosh.
do this
Ah.
for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner
Wow.
and save the company
Oh,
some money
no.
at the same time.
Keep it up, and you're going to find out exactly how tough it is to do this job with your jaw wired shut.
Come on. Wicket.
That reversal might stop his opponent's
There we
momentum
go.
dead. Ugh.
Switch back to Ray.
Did they get the tag?
Now that
Yes.
I give Dave a taste of his own medicine.
Finley's one of the toughest SOBs I've ever seen in this business, and I've shared the ring with plenty of them. Oh, cry me a river. You have to do whatever it takes to win around here if you want to go anywhere, and Finley knows it. There's the reversal.
Come on, Dave.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Oh my gosh. This match will end. It
Watching these
refuses
superstars
to
go at it
end.
reminds me
Oh
why
my
I prefer
gosh.
to stay on this side of the
No.
announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be
The multi
cruiserweight
maneuver.
champ inside a year.
And yeah, it's
Well, no.
interesting
I've
that
heard stories about the way you
Finley
train
and
people. You make
Batista
Marine drill
have
instructors look like pushovers.
Finley's only
Are
been
you
doing
surprised?
submission moves on
They're
me,
just
which
training
haven't
people to
been
go to
working.
war. I train
And I
them to
don't
be
think
WWE superstars.
Dave has
Well, thanks but
been
no
doing
thanks, partner.
air hugs,
I think I'll stick to
but
announcing for
that's
now.
not really much.
I know I say this a lot, but it ain't ballet. You step between those ropes, you better.
He's got him covered.
1, 2.
He will not go down.
Anyone who thinks this business is a piece of
Starting to
cake
think
should
that,
get into the ring with these
Maybe
superstars.
I'm like not meant
I don't
to
think
win this
anyone
match
would last
or
too long
something.
against them. These are he's building up
Come
a
on,
pedestal.
619.
Look out, here it comes, 619. It's so great seeing these superstars in competition. Here's the pin.
1,
1, 2.
3.
There we go, finally.
Boy,
That's the
this is
longest
not the
tag
way
team
I
match
thought this-
ever. So, for the last half hour of the stream, after we've got past this match and got back to the 24/7 mode menu,
Talk
I'm
about
gonna
sore
do
loser.
He's getting
One-
territorial. He
I'm
doesn't like
basically
the
gonna
idea
do
of another
however many
challenger on his
exhibition
turf.
matches I
Well,
can
looking
fit
it out, I
in.
don't think he has any intention of leaving.
It's too soon to tell. Anyone can have a good couple of weeks or a bad couple of weeks.
Well, I think all these superstars will have ample opportunity to prove themselves.
Absolutely. We've got a month between now and Judgment Day. Anything can happen.
So, let's see. So, Undertaker lost to Gregory Helms? What? No. That would never happen in real life. Mysterio and Mark Henry won, obviously. Kane beat William Regal. Undertaker lost both of his matches. Whoa. And King Booker beat Matt Hardy in the main event. Okay, so I'll answer this message I'll read this message from Ashley, and then I'll back out and go to the exhibition match menu.
I shouldn't even be calling you about this, but your friend had an accident last night. The kind that wasn't an accident, if you know what I mean. I can't say anymore. If they knew I'd said anything to you...
Okay, and as almost on response after that message from Ashley, we've got a new message from Teddy Long.
I'm still sorting through the details, but your partner somehow got injured last night, and no one's talking about it. You ain't got anybody watching your back now, player, so you're gonna have to be double careful from now on.
Okay, so Mark Henry has been mysteriously injured, and yeah, I guess if you want to know what else happens in the 24/7 mode, you're gonna have to grab an emulator, get a copy of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, and find out for yourself. Because I will be saving and then going to the exhibition match menu to finish off this stream by just playing some quick play matches. So just for a bit of variety, so I'm not just doing one thing in the game, so you can kind of see how the game works in general. I do not miss consoles having like removable memory cards. I do very much prefer the SSD storage that we have nowadays. Oh. Okay, so I have saved the 24/7 mode progress, and now we are gonna quit. It saves anyway. Oh well. Oh well, I forgot that. But now I guess we're saving twice. Okie dokie, so let's go to exhibition mode. So we've got plenty of matches we can play. I think I'm gonna do a 6-man tag team, and I'm gonna showcase some of the women in this game because we have done quite a few matches with the men, but we've not really got to see what the women can do. So hopefully there's enough women in the game, because if not, that would be a little embarrassing. But let's see. So I'm gonna start off by going... Oh yeah, whilst I'm here I might as well go through anyone that wasn't on the 24/7 menu really quickly. So, right, okay, so Bobby Lashley, Carlito, Shava, Chris Masters, there's CM Punk, Edge, Elijah Beck from ECW, Finlay, the Great Khali, the 7-foot monster from India, Gregory Helms, JBL, Jeff Hardy, John Cena, who is the WWE champion in this game, Johnny Nitro, JTG, Kane, Kenny Dykstra, King Booker, Marcus Corbin, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Ric Flair, Sandman, Shad. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to spread awareness because more people should know about Shad's story. Because Shad is unfortunately no longer with us, because a few years ago he decided to do something incredibly heroic that ended up costing him his own life. So basically, Shad and his son were swimming, I think, at a beach in Florida or somewhere like that. And it's actually very similar to the story of, if anyone is familiar with the TV show Glee, it's similar to the story of how Naya Rivera also tragically lost her life, but Shad basically... So Shad and his son both got pulled underwater by a current, and instead of choosing to save himself, Shad chose to save his son, like get his son to safety, and unfortunately he ended up drowning and his body got washed ashore. So very, 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 very sad story, but it came from a very good place and a very, I think, Shad's story, it goes to show that you can kind of choose how you go out in your final moments. You can either go out with a whimper, or you can do what Shad did and go out in a blaze of heroic glory. So, but it's a really, really sad story, and in an ideal world, Shad would probably still be not only a wrestler, but alive in general. But I just had to share that story because it kind of both warms and breaks my heart at the same time whenever I kind of remember Shad and what he went through at the end of his life. So now that that tribute moment is over with, there's Shane O'Mac. We've got Shawn Michaels, Snitsky, Triple H, Umaga, another late great wrestler gone way too soon. Undertaker, Mr. McMahon, William Regal, Sabu, Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer, Bret Hart, Mick Foley, Rick Rude, The Rock, Roddy Piper, Steve Austin, Ash. So here's the women, because in the 24/7 mode you can only play as a male wrestler, so the women actually don't get highlighted. Well, they don't get highlighted on the roster screen, but we have Ashley, we've got Candice Michelle, who is... So, the women of WWE were kind of booked very differently back then. They were booked more as like sex symbols, more for their looks rather than their wrestling ability. But women now are looked at really differently. They're basically treated equally to the men, and they are kind of judged more on their wrestling ability. And if they look good, it's now just considered like a bonus. So yeah, it is really interesting how the perception of women has changed in WWE over the years. Kelly, got Melina, Michelle McCool, Mickey James, Tori Wilson, and there we go. So, I'm gonna do... let's do my favorites. So, I'll do Kelly. I'll do... yeah, let's go to the women. I'll do Mickey James. And... I'll do Melina. And then I'll do... And the opposing team, I'm guessing, will just be the other three women that I didn't pick. So Ashley, Candice, Michelle, and and Michelle McCall. There we go, that'll do. So we're gonna select the arena. So we've got Cyber Sunday, SmackDown, Raw, ECW, Heat, which is like the pre-show for Raw, SummerSlam, Unforgiven, No Mercy, Survivor Series, Armageddon, Royal Rumble, No Way Out, WrestleMania, Backlash, Judgment Day, Vengeance, Great American Bash, New Year's Revolution, ECW One Night Stand, December to Dismember, Cyber Sunday. I'm gonna go for... I'll go Armageddon, because I do really like that arena. There is a very good chance that with this being a tag team match and there being quite a few women in it, like quite a few wrestlers that can fight it out, this might take us to the end of the stream. Especially also because I kind of rambled on the roster screen a little bit. Kelly!
The following 6-man tag team match is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring,
Kelly!
please welcome Kelly!
And obviously because back in the day, WWE saw women as more sex symbols. The women kind of dress like it, obviously. So that's why Kelly's not really... She's basically wearing a bikini. That's it. Like a tube top bikini and bikini pants.
From Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
There we go. I'm a bit more comfortable now. I just had to adjust myself a little bit. I was getting a bit of cramp in my side because I think I was not sat properly, or I was kind of like contorting my body in a weird way. Melina! Oh, Melina's entrance is the best. There's a very memorable thing that she does on the apron, and to this day I still wonder how she managed to do it every single time she went to the ring and not like split her pants or break her tailbone or something. Oh, she's about to do it. There we go, split. She splits before she gets in the ring. Melina was one of my favourite women's wrestlers back when she was still in WWE, because she is very, very flexible. A lot like me. I'm quite flexible. Here
And
comes
the
Ashley.
opponent, from Long Island, New York, Ashley.
And there is Candice Michelle.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Candice Michelle.
I think Candice was one of the prime examples of like WWE wanting someone to be very obviously sexy. Because I mean, look at that outfit. For those of you that are lurking and having me on in the background, the outfit is basically a red kind of lingerie top and black kind of like lycra jeans, and then black high heel boots. And the top is very obviously showing off her female area.
From
Michelle
Palatka,
McCool.
Florida, Michelle McCool.
That scared me. The game stuttered for a minute there. Michelle McCool used to be a school teacher before she became a wrestler, and she actually never informed her school that she was quitting being a teacher. So they basically fired her when they found out that she wanted to be a wrestler. I think they pretty much just saw her on TV, realised who she was, and fired her. Hey, that's Rey Mysterio. So if you want to see what he looks like in real life, there's a nearly 20-year-old picture of him.
His sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah,
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own
Why
seat
is Kelly's hair
myself.
so
I'm with you on
wacky?
that, partner.
Oh.
We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis
Just
fans.
her
and I
hair.
can't wait to
Kelly's
get
hair
started.
is just like, ugh.
Man, this one's turned
Yeah.
into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense.
I wonder
We
if
knew it
Kelly's
was going
hair
to be
was always
physical.
that wacky.
But I don't think
I really don't
anyone
know
was
if it
prepared
was.
for this.
I gotta
But then
admit,
all
it
the
took me
women's
by-
hair seems
instead
to
of
be
pandering
wacky.
to his fans,
Because
he
even
should really
Ashley's
keep
hair
your
is
head in
like,
the match.
nope.
Come on. You're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
Looks like a tag to
Gonna
me.
tag to Melina. So I want to.
Nice reversal.
Because Kelly is probably one of the lowest rated women in the match in
Each
terms
of these
of how
competitors is looking for
good
the
of a
slightest
wrestler.
That's not in the rule book,
She
but
is.
it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that. When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing
Whoa.
me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it,
Whoa, look at this.
what a face
Melina
buster.
with
And I
the
think she got
finisher.
all of it. And there's the pin.
1, 2.
No. And we're gonna argue with the referee
I hope this
because
isn't the
Melina
last
is a
time we
bad
see these
girl,
superstars face
so
off.
she will
I
actually
don't say
get
this to, that isn't
get
gonna make you
rewarded
popular, but you
for that
gotta do
on
whatever
the
it takes to
momentum
win.
bar.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly. I certainly don't envy the referee. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
And
she's going for it.
And she's got it. That's a huge face buster right there.
Now it's as good a time as any.
Right here.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there we go. Never mind. That match ended up being way quicker than I thought it was. And the winners are Kelly, Melina, and Mickie James. Mickie didn't even get any action time in that match.
Kelly, and Mickie James.
And there we go. So that was our first exhibition match. And we're gonna save. There we go. Okay, so just wondering whether I think I can fit in one more match. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more women's match because I do feel a bit bad that Mickie James in particular didn't really get any exposure in that match. So we're gonna do a one-on-one women's match. So let's do it. So Mickie James, we're not gonna add a manager. And who is Mickie gonna face? So yeah, we'll have Mickie face Candice, I think. And we'll do it at Monday Night Raw, I think. Yeah. Oh, the classic Raw match screen. Oh, that takes me back. Oh my gosh, the nostalgia. Triple H, the King of Kings. So nowadays, if you watch WWE, you're more likely gonna see him referred to as Paul Triple H Levesque. Paul Levesque being his real name, and then he just puts his ring name Triple H as like a nickname because that's how everyone knows him from his in-ring career. And people backstage still even call him Hunter or H or Papa H. So he's got quite a few fun nicknames. There's Mickie. And I can skip Candice's entrance because we've already just seen it. There's Tori Wilson. Also, that's another thing that's different. The women of WWE used to have their own kind of name. So, like how the men are called superstars, the women used to be called divas. But now they are just called superstars like the men. Yet again, showcasing how equal the women are to the men nowadays.
You're not wrong, King. The Raw superstars never
Come on, Mickey.
And I can't wait to get started.
Yeah.
A textbook reversal there.
Ah.
Excellent count.
Oh, come on, Candice. Don't be like that, girl.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand.
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
High flying.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try
nice
this stuff
kick.
themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars. And there's the cover.
Oh, boy. These fans
And
have
there's
got something on their
Mickey's
minds,
finisher,
JR.
the kind of leg
And they've got a
Hurricane
right to say
Rana.
whatever they want.
Here's the pin.
Yeah,
Could this be
I
it?
was too close to the ropes there. Oopsies.
You gotta respect the... There's the pin.
Again. I really gotta get Candice away from the ropes.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to...
There we
And
go.
here's the pin.
Oh no! Oh. I thought I'd gone behind Candice,
I don't
in
think that these
between her and
superstars
the
have even
ropes, but
contemplated the fact that they might
no.
lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in
There
with
we go.
and expect to
Okay,
pick up
come
the
on,
win.
Mickey.
You're right
Finish her
about
off.
that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee,
Yeah,
when it's over,
baby.
don't bother showing up. We could have a pinfall here, JR.
1, 2. Oh. Okay. Not gonna be that easy.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
I do hope anyone who's lurking who is also in the Chugs army is looking forward to Chugs and Beef Fresh's
I don't see why Candace
Halo
agreed to this
stream
match, JR. She
in
should join us on commentary.
an
She can
hour and a
sit back,
half.
and we can talk about the first thing that pops up.
Folks, I've got to
I know
apologize.
I
to the
am.
King.
I'm gonna try
I
my
don't know what's
hardest
gotten
to
into him,
stay
but I
up
bet it
so I
came in a
can
little
watch
blue
it.
pill.
Oh, Cash, thank you so much for the raid.
What?
Hi, Cash.
What
Welcome
an
in.
incredible performance
Welcome,
by these
Raiders. My
phenomenal
name is
superstars.
Did you expect
G-Dog,
anything less,
but
JR?
my real
I mean, look who's in the
name,
ring
which
right
I
now.
also don't
No, I
mind
didn't,
calling
King.
me,
I
is
had high
Georgia.
expectations, and I'm happy to say
am
that this
a
match has exceeded
Well,
them all.
I am mainly a gaming streamer, but I play a variety of video games, and today I am revisiting the game that got me into WWE and wrestling as a whole, that being WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. It's the first WWE game I ever played, and not long after this not long after I first played this game, I watched my first ever episode of WWE Monday Night Raw, so a lot of fond memories with this game. Right now I'm playing a match between one of my favourite women's wrestlers, Mickie James, and Candice Michelle. But welcoming Cash, I hope you had a great stream.
She seems a little, well,
And I
spacey
know
to me.
you are just as excited as I am for Chugs and Beef Fresh's Broski Halo stream
You know, just
later
when I
on.
think you can't embarrass me any further, you somehow find a way.
Oh,
Okay,
come on, JR.
come
You
on.
know you love it. And
Can
know
I
love
can I
watching
win the
Candace
match
in
now? Unfortunately, I will actually be wrapping up fairly shortly. I'm just going to be finishing this match and I'm going to be wrapping up because I got started later than I was hoping to, so I won't be able to stream as long as I usually do. Oh my god. But as we say in the Trucks Army, a short stream is better than no stream. So I'm still glad that I got a good couple of hours in of this game. But I do stream very regularly. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. Saturdays are my off day, but I stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So basically every day but Saturday.
Go ahead and say it, JR.
Oh wait. Oh, Mickey has a running finisher. Hang on. Oh no, Candace reversed it. Come on.
Here's the cover, JR.
Ah. Ibrahim, point of view middle-aged ones on Black Friday sale day. Yeah. Fighting over the shopping.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight, and I wouldn't expect any less.
Okay, can I do it?
You've got to respect the tenacity
There we go.
of each and every WWE superstar.
Yeah, I actually started Campaign Evolved earlier on PC. I played the first two levels of the game, so the Pillars of Autumn and Truth and Reconciliation. And I think Halo Studios have done a great job with the remake. There are some changes compared to the original Halo 1 that I'm not sure whether I like, but I don't find anything, I don't really disagree with anything about the game so far. I think it's a really good remake.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
Come on, Candice. Go down for the count.
Got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are... This could be a pinfall.
Come on. Oh, there we go. That might be a good spot.
Candace is one of my...
Yeah, here we go. Come on. Oh, Candice, you're still kicking out.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's
Yeah.
show. I don't think that's it, King.
I am showing Candice Michelle what's what right now.
It's like a dream come true,
Come on.
King.
Oh no, she's too near the ropes again. Ah.
No place to be.
Come on. Oh, there we go.
Well, you can't ever accuse the
We should
WWE
go
fans
down
of
this
being
time.
shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can.
There we go.
I don't think we'd have it any other way.
Oh, Maria. Maria's another one of my favorites. I think I preferred her. I think my favorite era of Maria is when she was in WWE from 2004 to 2010 or whenever it was. I don't really like her as much as a manager. I do miss her as a wrestler, like a proper wrestler that would challenge for the women's title and stuff like that. There we go, Mickie James with the win. Right. And with that, I will actually be wrapping up my stream. So, again, very short but very short but very sweet trip down memory lane today. And I felt like it was a very fun way to end my week. I've had a blast streaming this today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the 2007, 2008 WWE era memories. There we go. So, I don't need to save or anything, so I can just quit the emulator that I'm using to play this game. Exit without saving, because I'm already saved. There we go. Right. My headphones scared me. I elbowed my headphones. Okay. So, thank you for coming to my stream today. Very different, but a very fun stream nonetheless. Do let me know if you want to see more streams like this where I just spontaneously dig a retro game out of my catalogue and I play it for 2 to 3 hours, because I'm more than happy to like play other WWE games I'm familiar with as well. But as for my next stream, so I won't be online tomorrow because Saturday is my off day. So me and Fred should be back on Sunday, and we will be starting our proper playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So, looking forward to playing the more HD, more polished, refined version of RE4, featuring a not so annoying version of Ashley, because I really hate Ashley in RE4 original. I think she's so much better in the remake. So, oh, okay. You'll be streaming whilst Chugs and Beefresh are on Cash. Ooh, interesting. I hope you have a good stream playing some Power Wash Simulator. And thank you again for the raid as well. I really appreciate it. So yeah. But until my next stream on Sunday, if you did enjoy what I had to offer today and you want to see more of it, then do like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on Twitch if you're feeling extra generous, and turn your notifications on both Twitch and YouTube so you know when I go live. Also, if you want to follow me on socials, my social links are in the bottom right corner, as always. And yeah, double stream for you, Cash. Hopefully you won't get too tired, because I don't really know how you manage to stream that late, really, because I've tried streaming at like 11 o'clock at night, and I kind of struggle to keep my energy up. So I send my kudos to you for being able to do it so well. Right. So, I am gonna end the stream on YouTube and focus on raiding on Twitch, but I do hope you all have a great rest of your day today and a great rest of your day tomorrow, seeing as tomorrow is my off day, so I won't be on stream. And I hope to see you all Sunday for more for the beginning of Resident Evil 4 Remake with Fred. So, should be a really fun collab stream, I'm hoping, on Sunday. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.